start things off. Rick's Reviews, entertainment news. Anthony Vasquez alongside Rick Bentley himself. And today we're talking about not you, not me, but him.
Yeah.
The new horror movie produced by Jordan Peele. Rick, tell me about that and give me your thoughts.
Well, first off, I think we got a pronoun problem. It probably should have been called they, because this is cinema's version of a multiple personality disorder. The movie does not know what it wants to be. It starts out as a regular sports movie. You have a young, up-and-coming sports player who looks like he's going to be the greatest ever, but he's played by Tyreek Withers. But he has to get past the all-time great, a guy who's won 8 championships. That's played by Marlon Wayans. Imagine Tom Brady as a psychotic, okay? So we'll go through all the typical sports stuff at the beginning of the movie. The up-and-comer gets attacked. He misses the combine, so he can't be in the draft. But he gets invited to the GOAT, the great quarterbacks camp, to see if he still can play. Then the film sort of switches into, it becomes religious imagery. We have everything from talking about how him died so we could be better. There's even a recreation of the Last Supper images. There's lots and lots of religious talk. And then the film changes again in the last third and becomes a typical horror film, where I don't know whether it's based on that injury he had early in the film that he's just believed, this is all in his head, or this stuff has actually happened because of some sort of demonic presence. So the fact that the director could not make up his mind and does not, it's okay to have 3 different types of genres blended together, but you got to do at least one of them good. And none of them are done that well. So altogether, it ends up really failing as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, those Jordan Peele movies always have kind of like that imagery. You have to kind of read between the lines a bit. Does that confuse you at all?
Well, first off, he's just a producer. He didn't direct it. And so, but I look at Jordan Peele's work. After his first film, I feel like he's stumbling along. And it doesn't confuse you, it just makes no sense. It's like I need find a direction and take it. Because there are moments when they want us to believe this is all hallucinations, other moments we want to believe it's reality, and then we go back to being a fantasy. It's just that there's no consistency except for the relationship between Withers and Wayans. They have a good chemistry together, which is the only thing I think that saves this and at least gets a D+ for me.
Wow.
But that's just because of their chemistry.
So something to keep an eye on. D+ from Rick Bentley. I'm going to put you on the spot. We have a little bit more time here.
Yeah.
Weapons. That's one of the movies that I've been wanting to see. Without spoiling too much, what would you rate that one?
Yeah, I give it a high B+. Simply because this is the anti to what we just talked about. That film has tremendous writing. It looks at a horror film from multiple directions, and they also eventually come together, and it all makes sense. And they have a point of view. They know where they're headed with that. But to watch those all sort of develop from different points of view and different angles, that is masterful to watch. And look, if you got to have a pick between Weapons and him, Weapons 10 times. Go see that 10 times more.
I might see it 11 times. I heard a lot of great stuff about it. My friend saw it without me. I'm very, very mad about that. But the good news is I can always see it myself.
And I bet he goes back and see it again. I mean, it's one of those films that's written so well, you probably miss something the first 2 or 3 times.
I've seen the trailers, and from the trailers, it looks good. All right, stick